Before the 20th century, even small infections could be deadly. The discovery of antibiotics revolutionized medicine, saving countless lives. These powerful drugs gave us a way to fight bacterial infections, transforming healthcare. Today, antibiotics remain essential tools in modern medicine. The story of antibiotics begins with a bit of luck. It was a serendipitous moment that would change the course of medical history forever. In 1928, Scottish scientist Alexander Fleming, working at St. Mary's Hospital in London, noticed something unusual in his lab. He had been studying the properties of Staphylococcus bacteria, a common cause of infections. One day, upon returning from a 2-week vacation, Fleming found that a mold had contaminated one of his petri dishes containing the bacteria. To his astonishment, he observed that the bacteria surrounding the mold had been destroyed, while colonies farther away were unaffected. This mold, later identified as Penicillium notatum, produced a substance that was capable of killing a wide range of bacteria. Fleming named this substance penicillin. It was the first discovered antibiotic, a groundbreaking discovery that would pave the way for modern medicine. Fleming's discovery was initially met with little fanfare. It wasn't until the early 1940s, with the advent of World War II, that the true potential of penicillin was realized. The need for effective treatments for infected wounds and diseases became urgent. Scientists Howard Florey, Ernst Boris Chain, and their team at the University of Oxford took up the challenge of mass-producing penicillin. Their efforts led to the development of a method to produce penicillin in large quantities, making it widely available for the first time. By 1944, penicillin was being produced on an industrial scale, saving countless lives during the war. It was hailed as a miracle drug, capable of treating previously deadly infections such as pneumonia, sepsis, and syphilis. The discovery of penicillin marked the beginning of the antibiotic era, revolutionizing the field of medicine. It opened the door to the development of many other antibiotics, transforming the treatment of bacterial infections and significantly reducing mortality rates. In 1945, Alexander Fleming, along with Howard Florey and Ernst Boris Chain, was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for their contributions to the discovery and development of penicillin. Their work has had a lasting impact on global health. Today, antibiotics remain a cornerstone of modern medicine, continuing to save lives and improve health outcomes worldwide. The story of penicillin is a testament to the power of scientific discovery and the profound impact it can have on humanity. Antibiotics work by targeting specific mechanisms within bacteria, ultimately killing them or stopping their growth. These powerful medications are designed to either destroy the bacteria directly or inhibit their ability to reproduce and spread. By understanding the unique structures and functions of bacterial cells, scientists have developed antibiotics that can effectively combat a wide range of bacterial infections. Some antibiotics attack the bacterial cell wall, making it weak and prone to rupture. The cell wall is a critical component for the bacteria's survival, providing structural integrity and protection. When antibiotics compromise this wall, the bacteria become vulnerable and can no longer maintain their shape or withstand external pressures, leading to their eventual death. This method is particularly effective against bacteria that rely heavily on their cell walls for survival. Others interfere with their ability to make proteins, essential for their survival. Proteins are vital for numerous cellular functions, including growth, repair, and replication. By disrupting the protein synthesis process, antibiotics can halt the bacteria's ability to function and multiply. This approach targets the ribosomes, the cellular machinery responsible for assembling proteins, effectively crippling the bacteria's internal operations. This targeted approach makes antibiotics effective against bacterial infections. By focusing on specific bacterial structures and processes, antibiotics can minimize damage to the host cells and reduce the risk of side effects. This precision allows for more effective treatment of infections, ensuring that the harmful bacteria are eradicated while preserving the health of the patient. Understanding how antibiotics work helps in the development of new treatments and the responsible use of these powerful drugs to combat bacterial resistance. Bacterial infections are caused by harmful bacteria entering our bodies and multiplying. These infections can range from mild, like ear infections, to severe, like pneumonia or sepsis. Antibiotics are crucial for treating these infections, preventing complications, and saving lives. However, the overuse and misuse of antibiotics have led to a growing problem: antibiotic resistance. This means bacteria are becoming increasingly resistant to the drugs designed to kill them, making infections harder to treat. Bacteria are incredibly adaptable. When exposed to antibiotics, some develop mechanisms to survive, like changing their cell walls or producing enzymes that break down the antibiotic. These resistant bacteria can then multiply and spread, passing on their resistance genes to others. The rise of antibiotic resistance is a serious global health threat. If we don't act now, we risk entering a post-antibiotic era, where common infections could once again become deadly. Surgeries and treatments that rely on antibiotics could become much riskier. The good news is we can all play a part in tackling this challenge. Using antibiotics responsibly is crucial. This means only taking antibiotics when prescribed by a doctor for a bacterial infection, not for viral infections like colds or flu. Always follow your doctor's instructions on dosage and duration of treatment. It's crucial to understand that your doctor has prescribed a specific dosage and duration for a reason. This ensures that the medication works effectively to combat the infection. Ignoring these instructions can lead to incomplete treatment, which might cause the infection to return, sometimes even stronger than before. Trust your healthcare provider's expertise and adhere strictly to their guidance. Never pressure your doctor for antibiotics. Antibiotics are not a cure-all and are only effective against bacterial infections, not viral ones like the common cold or flu. Pressuring your doctor to prescribe antibiotics when they are not needed can contribute to antibiotic resistance, making it harder to treat infections in the future. Always have an open and honest conversation with your doctor about your symptoms, and trust their judgment on whether antibiotics are necessary. Finish the entire course of antibiotics even if you feel better. Stopping your medication early can leave some bacteria alive, which can multiply and cause the infection to return. This can also contribute to the development of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Even if you start to feel better, it's important to complete the full course of treatment to ensure that all the bacteria are eliminated. Marking your calendar can help you keep track of your medication schedule and ensure you don't miss any doses. Don't share your antibiotics with others. Antibiotics are prescribed based on an individual's specific health condition and the type of infection they have. Sharing your medication with someone else can be harmful because they might have a different type of infection that requires a different treatment. Additionally, sharing antibiotics can contribute to the spread of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Always encourage others to see their own healthcare provider for proper diagnosis and treatment. Practice good hygiene, like frequent hand washing, to prevent the spread of infections in the first place. Hand washing is one of the simplest and most effective ways to prevent the spread of infections. Make sure to wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially before eating, after using the restroom, and after coughing or sneezing. In addition to hand washing, other good hygiene practices include covering your mouth and nose with a tissue or your elbow when you cough or sneeze, avoiding close contact with sick individuals, and keeping your living and working spaces clean. By maintaining good hygiene, you can reduce the risk of infections and the need for antibiotics. Scientists are constantly working on developing new antibiotics and alternative treatments to combat resistant bacteria. This includes researching new drug targets in bacteria, developing vaccines to prevent bacterial infections, and exploring therapies like phage therapy, which uses viruses to kill bacteria. Antibiotics are a precious resource that we must preserve. By understanding how antibiotic resistance develops, and by using antibiotics responsibly, we can help ensure these life-saving drugs remain effective for ourselves and future generations. It's a shared responsibility to protect these medical miracles.